This session of memento pattern. In this session, we will try to understand what is basically memento pattern, and we will also go through a sample source code and try to see that how we can actually implement them in our projects. Memento pattern belongs to the behavioral pattern category. First thing. Second thing, memento is the way where we can copy the object's internal state. And in case there is some problems, we can revert back that object state to its original state. So for example, you are let's say that you are on a screen like some customer screen, and if you do some mistake, let's say you type this is the update customer screen. So I have a pulled out record called as cus001. Okay, and I change Shiv to Shiv Prasad, but I think no, I've done something wrong, and I'll press cancel. Then it should revert back to its old state. I'll actually show you how what I'm speaking about. So here's a simple example. So let's say that I go to Shiv and make it Shiv Prasad and then say no, I have done something wrong, and I press cancel. So it has reverted back to its old state. So if we want such kind of thing, where we want that to revert back to its original state, we will use the memento pattern. Here's how fundamentally the memento pattern can be implemented in projects. What we have is we have a first thing, this is a customer class for whom I want to maintain a original state, okay, and to revert back to the state in case I have issues. So what I do is that I prepare a exactly same replica of the CLS customer called as CLS customer memento, and this CLS customer memento will help me to store the original value of the state. Now when I fill the values of my customer, CLS customer, like I have filled it with Mumbai and cus001, I also ensure that my memento objects gets filled by the same value. Now when I change, whenever the client changes these values, whenever client sets the customer code, customer name and address, I don't go and change the memento, I just keep it. And in case there are issues, you can call up the revert method, and in the revert method I push back the value from the memento to the original CLS customer class. So I revert back to that value. So if you look at my client, it's pretty simple. I've created a customer object, and as soon as I create the customer object, the memento object also internally gets created. In case I have issues, I just call the revert method, and all the object gets reverted back to its original state. We can just make a walkthrough of this code which we have just discussed now. So here's my CLS customer, and here's my CLS customer memento, and in my set and get set properties, I never touch my backup copy, that is CLS customer. In case I need to revert back, this is my revert method. I just push back the memento values to the customer object. So in this way I restore my old values. And if you look at the client code, it is very neat. When I press cancel, I want to revert back actually the old values. So I just call customer.revert, which actually is nothing but it pushes back the memento value to the original customer value, and I display the customer value. So that's how it is working. Shiv, if I do something wrong here, press cancel and it reverts back. I think memento pattern is a very important pattern, and it's a very, you can say, heavily used pattern. Everybody uses uses it in its own way. Many of the people, in order to revert back to the old value, make a database strip. For example, you have a customer class and you want to revert back to the old value. People actually make a database strip and pull the record out and then flourish the flourish the business object with the old values. So the best way would be to maintain an internal state like memento, okay, and revert back using the memento. In case you have doubts and improvements for this video, you can mail me at shiv_kweral@yahoo.